Hi, and welcome to the Caterpillar Cross Stitch YouTube channel. My name's Ford from Son of a Stitch, and I got a package in this week that I'm pretty sure is my North American Adventure Stitch-Along from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So I thought this might be a good opportunity to talk about Stitch-Alongs, what they are, how they work, maybe some tips for being successful with them, and to open this up and see what comes in the kit. So thanks for joining me, let's get to it. Well, here at Caterpillar Cross Stitch, we are all about cross stitch, and we upload helpful videos about it every single week. Sometimes they're even entertaining. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of those videos. And if you like this video in particular, make sure you give it a like and leave me a comment down below so that I know I should make more things like it. Likewise, if you have a question you'd like to see me answer or a topic you'd like to see me cover on the channel, put that in the comments as well, and I'll see what I can do. Now, before I open this up and take a look what's inside, I want to remind you to join the Caterpillar Cross Stitch VIP Stitch Club. As soon as you join, you'll get 10% off your first order. You'll get a digital download with our top 10 cross-stitching tips, and you'll get an ebook with 8 free PDF cross-stitch patterns in it. So hit the link down there in the description to get all of those great perks. So first question is, what is a stitch-along? And this can cause some confusion because there are a couple of different things that people might refer to as a stitch-along. One is where just a bunch of people buy the same pattern or project and then they stitch it together. They set milestones, they work together, they encourage one another, they make customizations and share their progress and that kind of stuff. It's just sort of a social stitching event, usually done online. And then there is a mystery stitch along, which is what the North American Adventure is. This is where you buy into the project ahead of time and you get sent a kit, or you get pattern only and just an instruction of what to buy for it. And then the pattern is released in installments. You get a little piece of the pattern at a time. And when those patterns drop, then everybody learns what's in the next chapter and you all work on that together. So a mystery stitch-along is what most people mean when they say a stitch-along, because you don't actually know what the project is going to look like until that last episode comes out. So it's a really fun social and community building thing to do together. So that's what we're going to be looking at today, is the kit for this mystery stitch-along. So let's open this up and take a look and see what's inside, shall we? And I want to take what is almost certainly going to be my last opportunity here to tell you about the Caterpillar Stitch Retreat 2024. It's coming up in June. It's going to be held at a 4-star luxurious hotel in the heart of Birmingham, UK. It's very easy to reach through any means of transportation that you might use to get there. If you're worried that you'll go there and feel left out or there'll be a bunch of clicks or whatever, you don't need to worry about that. Most people who are going say that they're going alone. So it's a great opportunity to make new friends from the stitching community in Meet Space. So don't miss out on that. There are still some tickets available. You don't want to miss the exclusive project, kit, bag, and needle minder that you will get with your ticket with this. And if you need it, there is a payment plan to help split those payments up to make that a little bit more accessible. So hit the link down there in the description while there are still tickets available. I don't know how much longer that's going to be the case. What's inside, shall we? So we've got my kit envelope here. And no, my camera is not broken. That is blurred out. So we have kind of a general idea of the color scheme and the shape of it, but we don't actually know what all of these little individual elements are. Now, I also opted to get the coordinating needle minder as well. So we've got this cute little yellow taxi cab here. Caterpillar Cross Stitch needle minders are really nice because they are not adapted. They are purpose-built to be needle minders. Some other places just buy pins or whatever and then glue magnets to the back of them. And sometimes those don't work because if there's a copper or iron mesh inside the enamel of the pin, it will block the magnetic force and it won't work to hold your needle. I see this quite often online. So it's nice that these are actually purpose-built and then they don't skimp out on the magnets. They're a nice high-power neodymium magnet there. So let's set that aside. Got a cute little card here from Sally and the team. Some contact information there. And then let's open this guy up. I mostly opened it earlier because I was excited, but then I decided I would share this moment with you. So we've got a table of contents here. So we know it's got some instructions. We know it's going to have our floss and then a pale blue Zweigart fabric. I like Zweigart. It's very good quality. I opted for the 28 count even weave. And so you can see here, it tells me how big that's going to end up. And then all the thread is on a holder. And then we get one DMC brand needle with it. So when I pull this out here, is there anything left in there? Nope, that's empty. So let's set that aside. So this is our beautiful fabric that we're going to be using. It's a nice high quality even weave here. And then looks like a size 24 tapestry needle. We'll set that on our needle minder right away. And then I've got an edge piece here. So looks like I've got selvage along one edge of my fabric, which means I'll only need to finish 3 of them. I've shown you how to do that in the past by hand using a blanket stitch. Next week, I'm actually going to show you how to do that with a sewing machine to make it faster and easier. And that's my preferred method of doing it. But usually I'll do just a whole bunch of pieces of fabric at once. So I haven't done that in a little while. But I will teach you how to do that in next week's video. And then if we open this up here, we've got all of our floss. Now, one of the nice things about the Caterpillar kits is that they use genuine DMC floss. There are a lot of companies out there, mail order companies, that sell kits that say DMC colors, but they're actually just using the DMC references. They're using the same numbers to refer to them, but they're not actually DMC floss. They're usually like a cotton poly blend, and they are just not as pleasant to work with. So genuine DMC floss in the Caterpillar kits is a huge selling point for me. And then each of these has a number reference on this card. When the pattern information comes out, it's going to tell us what the DMC numbers that those correspond to are. That way, if I make a big mistake and need to get more floss, or if I decide I'm going to stitch the project again, I will be able to go and buy more of it, which is really nice. Likewise, if you don't want to use the kit, if you just want to kit it up yourself and you want just the patterns, then the pattern will have that information so you can go buy those DMC colors. Now, what I do once I get that color key for the project is I actually write the numbers on these cards so that I know what color it is and can find it later. So I know that this black is going to be DMC 310, of course it is. And then the other thing that I really like to do is I draw the symbol that the pattern uses for that particular color on the card. It makes it easier for me to avoid making a mistake because I'm looking for a particular symbol so I can find that symbol on here. That's especially helpful if you have similar colors. Which is not too much of an issue with this pattern. They're all pretty distinctive, so that's going to be easier. But it gives me a second frame of reference for what color I'm supposed to be using, the number and the symbol, so it avoids the possibility of me making mistakes. Participating in stitch-alongs is one of the most fun things that you can do in an online cross-stitch community, like the Caterpillar Cross-Stitch Facebook group or Instagram following. Those are really tremendous supportive communities that have built up around the Caterpillar Cross-Stitch brand. So I highly recommend going and checking those out. It's a really, really wonderful space in the internet. Then we've also got here just a little bit of an instruction sheet. It's got some tips here for how to get started with stitching. It's got some top tips here. This is telling us, remember to use only 2 strands to stitch with, not to use more, because if you use too many, you'll wind up using up all of your floss. But again, because you have the DMC colors, if you do prefer to use 3 strands when stitching, you can get a little bit more of it and be able to have enough for that. So that's nice to know as well. But until I get the color key, that's about all the progress that I can make on this. Now, the thing that I do and that I recommend doing is when you start getting those pattern drops, I actually print them out, fold them in half, and keep them in this envelope. That helps keep the pattern, the project, all of the materials all together. And that's what these little envelopes are really nice for. Because if it comes in just a cheap plastic bag or something like some kits do, then I have to get some other thing to keep it all together. But this says on the face of it what it is, so I don't get confused and I don't get lost, and keeps the whole project together. So as those pattern pieces drop, I will print those out and then add them to the envelope, because this envelope is just the right size for a piece of paper folded in half, which is fantastic. That covers most of the things that I have to share with you about stitch-alongs, and this one in particular today. If you have a question that I didn't answer, or if you want to share a tip with the fellow viewers, leave that down there in the comments. I do want to thank you so much for watching. My name again is Ford for Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I will see you next time.
Hi, have you heard about Love It Stitch It yet? You can design and shop the cross stitch patterns you've always wanted. Love It Stitch It is an easy to use design tool and exclusive cross stitch marketplace, giving you the freedom to create, sell and shop all in one place. You can design anything that you like, add text, upload and convert pictures and artwork. You can design the cross stitch patterns of your dream. You can download them for personal use, or you can upload them onto the marketplace, designed by cross stitchers for cross stitchers, jam-packed with some gorgeous cross stitch patterns from designers all over the world. If you're not interested in designing or selling, that's totally fine too. Just visit the marketplace and you can shop from hundreds of beautiful cross stitch patterns so you can pick your next project. Are you already a cross stitch designer, but maybe you're fed up of other marketplaces, maybe not getting the sales that you deserve, maybe not getting your patterns seen as much as you'd like? Then let us help. You can easily register for free and get uploading your PDF patterns with absolutely no fees whatsoever. Let us then market your gorgeous designs that you've put all of your work into to over 185,000 dedicated cross stitchers from all over the world. We will absolutely do our best to get your patterns seen and into the right hands of people that we know will absolutely love stitching them. As a designer, you can easily list your PDF patterns for sale, no matter which software you use to design them. Our job is to make cross-stitch design accessible to all. There's nothing to upgrade, there's nothing to download. It's really easy to use and beginner friendly. We also wanted to create the marketplace to bring sellers and buyers together so that it's really easy and such an enjoyable experience to shop all of the high quality verified designs on the platform, but also to give those amazing designers a place to really showcase their creativity. So visit loveitstitchit.com today and register for free. Stitch what you love and free your creativity.